Long ago, in the northern lands of what we now call Nigeria, there lived a boy named Danlami. He was not born in a palace. No gold touched his cradle. No servants rocked him to sleep. Instead, he was born in a cracked mud hut outside the town of Atru, a place of traders, farmers, and stories older than the wind. Danlami was poor. Not no money poor. No real poor. He had no mother. No father. Just 5 goats, a rusted hoe, and a piece of dry land the size of a mat. But he had something others did not, a patient heart. Each day, he rose before the rooster crowed. He fetched water from a faraway stream. He tilled the soil with his hands. He planted millet, cowpea, groundnut, even when the earth laughed at him with dryness. People mocked him. Danlami the goat boy. Danlami the dreamer. But Danlami smiled. He listened. He watched the wind, the birds, the cracks in the ground. He sat under the great baobab tree every night, reading an old, torn book, a book about Hausa kings and how they ruled with justice, not swords. And sometimes, just sometimes, he would say to himself, maybe one day, the soil will speak my name. Then, one year, the skies closed their eyes. The clouds vanished. The rains forgot the land. And the land forgot how to feed its people. Famine. The great famine of Atru. The rich cried. The markets emptied. Goats died. Children begged. And even the town's chiefs chewed on leather, hoping for strength. But Danlami, his farm was green. How? He had built hidden trenches to trap rain. He had planted deep-rooted crops. He had saved his seeds. And most of all, he had learned from the land. He fed his neighbors. Quietly. He gave milk to the sick. Humbly. He slaughtered his goats not for feasting, but for the starving children of strangers. One night, a woman knelt before him, weeping. Why do you give so much, Danlami? You are poor too. He answered. When the stomach of one child is empty, no man should call himself rich. Word spread across Atru. The chiefs heard. The market women whispered. The town elders began to nod silently when his name was mentioned. But Danlami kept farming. He wore the same patched clothes. He still sat under the baobab. Still read that same torn book. Then, one day, the emir of Atru fell ill. He had no sons. No brothers. And suddenly, the throne was empty. The town council gathered. Who shall lead us? The merchants said, choose the richest. The generals said, choose the strongest. The scholars said, choose the wisest. But the people said, choose Danlami. The elders laughed. Danlami. The goat boy. The farmer with dusty feet. But an old woman stood up and shouted. When your stomach was empty, who fed you? When the sky forgot to rain, who remembered us? Silence. So they sent for Danlami. He arrived barefoot, carrying his hoe, wearing his old kaftan. He bowed low before the council. And when they asked him if he would be king, he said, I do not seek the throne. But if my people ask me to serve, then I will serve until the sun forgets to rise. And so, Danlami, the farmer, the orphan, the goat boy, became Emir Danlami of Atru. But listen carefully. He did not change. He did not wear golden robes. He did not build high walls. No, he turned the palace into a clinic. He turned his court into a school. He brought farmers from all around and taught them new ways to work the land. He gathered the young and asked their ideas. He gathered the old and listened to their stories. He ruled not with iron, but with humility. Not with pride, but with patience. Not from a throne, but from the same bench under the baobab tree where he had once read his book. And every morning, before attending to palace matters, Danlami still touched the soil.